The championship isn't just about glory, it's also about the staggering financial rewards waiting at the finish line. As the Dodgers and Blue Jays prepare to battle for the ultimate prize, shocking numbers are emerging about how much the winning players could actually take home. We're not just talking small bonuses. This payout could make even seasoned pros raise their eyebrows. Between league incentives, sponsorship deals, and postseason shares, the total earnings might surprise even the biggest fans. But what's really fascinating is how that money breaks down and what it reveals about the business side of championship success. Stay tuned, because the truth behind these World Series paydays might completely change how you view victory on the grandest stage. Alright, baseball fans, buckle up, because today we're diving into a question that every player dreams about, every fan secretly wonders, and every accountant in Major League Baseball has probably spent countless hours calculating. How much money are the Los Angeles Dodgers or Toronto Blue Jays players actually set to earn if their team wins the 2025 World Series? And trust me, the answer might just blow your mind. This isn't just about the glory, the champagne showers, or the iconic trophy. This is about serious money bonuses that can change lives, set records, and spark envy across the entire league. And yes, even some shocking behind-the-scenes numbers that you probably never knew existed. Before we jump into the numbers, if you're a die-hard Dodgers or Blue Jays fan or just love baseball drama and want to stay updated on everything happening in the MLB, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because what we're about to uncover today is going to give you a whole new perspective on what's really at stake when those final innings of the World Series roll around. Now, when we talk about the World Series, we often think about legacy. We think about players etching their names into baseball history, fans losing their minds in packed stadiums, and that final out that brings a city to life. But there's a quieter side to all this, a side that gets handled behind closed doors and in bank accounts. That's the money. And for both the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, the potential payday this year is absolutely massive. Let's start with how this works. Every year, Major League Baseball creates something called the Players' Pool. This pool is basically a giant pot of prize money collected from all the postseason games, tickets, TV deals, merchandise, and all the other revenue streams that explode once October baseball begins. The deeper a team goes into the playoffs, the bigger their slice of that pie becomes. And the team that wins the World Series? They get the biggest chunk of all. In 2023, for example, the total players' pool was roughly $107.5 million, one of the highest ever. The World Series champion team received around $38 million from that pool. And that number is just for the players' share. It doesn't even include endorsement bonuses or special clauses in contracts. So when we apply that to the Dodgers or Blue Jays this year, and factor in the rising postseason revenue, we could be looking at a figure north of $40 million in total prize money for the winning roster. Now, that pool gets divided among the players in a pretty interesting way. The team votes internally on how to distribute the shares. Full shares go to players who spent the entire season with the team, while partial shares can be given to guys who were traded mid-season, call-ups, injured players, and even clubhouse staff. That's right, trainers, coaches, and sometimes even bat boys can get a cut if the team decides they've earned it. It's a sign of how tight these groups can be and how much they value every piece of their championship puzzle. So if the Dodgers or Blue Jays win it all, and assuming that $40 million figure, each player with a full share could earn anywhere between $400,000 and $500,000 on top of their regular salary. That's right, $500,000 just for winning. That's life-changing money for rookies and role players. And even for stars making tens of millions a year, it's still a serious bonus. But here's where it gets even crazier. Some contracts have hidden clauses known as World Series incentives. These are bonuses written into deals that pay players extra money if they reach certain milestones, like making the playoffs, winning a league pennant, or taking home the World Series title. And when you look at some of the Dodgers' biggest names, those clauses can be massive. Take Mookie Betts, for example. Betts signed one of the most lucrative contracts in MLB history, worth over $365 million. While most of his earnings are guaranteed, his contract includes specific postseason incentives that could easily add hundreds of thousands to his bank account if the Dodgers win. Then there's Shohei Ohtani, baseball's global superstar and marketing magnate. Ohtani's historic $700 million deal, while heavily deferred, includes potential performance-based bonuses. If he leads the Dodgers to a World Series title, that victory could trigger additional earnings and endorsement boosts that go far beyond the player's pool money. Now, let's look north of the border at the Toronto Blue Jays. This is a young, fiery, and talented roster that's been chasing that elusive title for years. For players like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, and George Springer, this postseason isn't just about redemption, it's about financial reward too. Springer, one of the few veterans on the roster with a massive contract, has postseason experience and playoff bonuses built into his deal. If Toronto pulls off the miracle and wins it all, Springer alone could pocket a bonus north of $500,000 from both the MLB pool and his contract incentives combined. But here's where things get really interesting. Unlike the United States, where MLB income taxes are handled state by state, Canada's tax laws can significantly affect how much Blue Jays players actually take home. The Canadian federal and provincial tax rates can swallow a large chunk of those bonuses. So, while a Dodgers player might keep around $250,000, $300,000 from their World Series bonus after taxes, a Blue Jays player might see closer to $200,000 or less. That's a huge difference. But it doesn't stop the celebration, because even after taxes, winning the World Series isn't just about cash, it's about legacy, status, and future earning power. Think about it, every player who wins a ring automatically boosts their brand value. Sponsorships, merchandise, endorsement deals, all of it skyrockets after a World Series victory. Remember what happened with the 2020 Dodgers? Players like Corey Seager, who dominated that postseason, instantly saw their market value jump. Seager went on to sign a $325 million contract with Texas after proving he was a clutch performer. That's the unseen financial ripple effect of winning. Now imagine what happens if the Dodgers win this year with Ohtani and Betts leading the charge. The global marketing impact could be astronomical. We're talking millions in international endorsements, jersey sales exploding across Japan, the U.S., and even parts of Asia where Ohtani's influence is unmatched. This isn't just about the Dodgers winning, it's about baseball growing into a truly global brand, and Ohtani being the face of it all. And if the Blue Jays win? That's a storyline that would capture the entire baseball world. It would be the franchise's first title since 1993, more than 3 decades of waiting. Imagine the economic impact in Canada alone. The merchandise sales, ticket prices, tourism. Toronto would go insane. For the players, that means every single one of them would have their names forever etched into Blue Jays lore. Guerrero Jr. could become the face of Canadian baseball for the next decade, and brands would be lining up to sign him. The financial aftershocks of that kind of championship are immeasurable. And you know what makes it even more exciting? The World Series doesn't just change the lives of players, it changes cities, fan bases, and even the entire sport. The Dodgers winning again would cement their dynasty status, while the Blue Jays winning would spark a revolution in Canadian baseball fandom. Either way, the money that flows after that final out goes way beyond the player pool. It ripples through businesses, broadcasts, and fan merchandise for months to come. So as October baseball unfolds and these two powerhouse teams battle it out for the ultimate prize, remember this: behind every home run, every strikeout, and every emotional celebration, there's an even bigger story playing out in bank accounts and boardrooms. The glory is priceless, but the bonus? Oh, it's very, very real. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more behind-the-scenes stories like this, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your baseball friends. Because as we've seen, the World Series isn't just about who wins on the field, it's about who cashes in when the confetti falls. Thanks for watching, and get ready, because this year's championship could make history in more ways than one.